power to weapons. Diverting power to requested system.
That's dedication.
Max weapons.
They gave me something like 100 million credits. I was quite pleased that when the game came round and actually went to release it, I was pleased that it was fun. I thought, yeah, that would kill the game. When you virtually unlimited funds. Well, actually, I don't know how unlimited 100 million is these days. That would have taken something away from me. So I think, I think sometimes people think, oh, if there's a cheap game, you're making it. Whereas actually, I think there are. I almost feel that because of the Kickstarter route, I started the game with a Cobra.
Oh,
so I haven't had to do that sidewinder grind to kind of get up to the next ship. I've kind of already started in a ship that's very capable for whatever I want to do. So it's, it's
on the other hand, you could argue you spent the past year doing the sidewinder grind.
Yes, it's not like I haven't played the sidewinder a lot.
Yeah, no, it's nice to see that. I mean, obviously we're 99%, so, if you look at it, you can see that it goes into the message inbox at the top, which was the big change to 1.2 as well. The nice comments pattern there. So that's going to integrate into there, so it's easy to see where those anchored messages have gone. Not just disappear into the ether or pop up once in that comms panel, never to be seen again. So it's nice to see that that's gone in there. It's a bit more visible. You can see your progress, and you get that nice feedback from the game, which is awesome to see there. Now this is an interesting one, Ben. This is one that you highlighted.
Attracting weapons.
What on earth they are talking about? Do you want to just read out this one?
Yeah, so the statement is that they've updated all resource extraction zones CSMs. Don't know what CSMs means.
I think that means complex state machine, but I can get onto that.
Okay, to heavily reduce the number of NPCs. I'm assuming this might be to do with bounty farming or something like that, but I was just thinking, why have they gone off and reduced the NPCs in there?
Yeah, it's interesting. They did hint on the idea that the resource extraction sites were going to be split. There's no longer going to be just resource extraction sites. You're going to have these high and low security resource extraction sites. So perhaps this is something to do with this, that instead of them being vastly populated in one kind of site, they're actually going to split off the sites into multiple, and they're going to be, the population is going to be spread out more to kind of balance a little bit. I will say, sorry Ben, go ahead mate.
I do like the idea of having a bunch of police around. I think that's one of the things that, when you're flying around a supposedly safe system, even Sol or Lave or somewhere that's meant to be high sec.
Yeah, it can be a real drag in some of those areas where there's
Yeah, please forgive me, I'm still recovering from a cough that I've had for about the past week, which is doing my head in. And I just find it very unfair that you've got all these...
Guns! Lots of
you're in a
guns!
supposedly safe system, you should be a noob mining away, and policeman comes along, not policeman, pirate comes along, and before you even get, before your shields are down, there should be police chasing after him, and that just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't seem fair, so...
It doesn't, places like Reelcraft or Pirate or other pirate type systems definitely make it far more difficult for safe should be safe.
Yeah, agree with that. Chris, how do you feel about this change, mate?
Yeah. You don't want to feel like, you know what I mean? You kind of want the game, because early on they talked about how just the kind of police reactions to what was going on would be enough to make a system either safe or not safe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Equalizing now.
So it's,
You know, you wouldn't walk down Oxford Street and it's looking like a scene from Grand Theft Auto. It just doesn't happen.
but only because as a society we know the kind of implication, we know there's going to be a police response.
Precisely.
I think that's what it is. I mean, touching back on
Power
the
to
acronym using
weapons.
CSM, so I believe that means complex state machine. So just a little bit of background in there. It is what it sounds like. It's a very, very complicated hierarchy of events that you're involved in. And it's exactly for that kind of behavior. There's the, you know, another thing in that situation, the process, the game is going to react to that and it's going to create more authority ships or something like that, or you know, if a player is sat there happily mining away and the opposite happens, that they get attacked by someone else, then it's going to get some authority vessels being or something like that, or they're quite peacefully going along and nothing happens for a while. And there could be a timer as part of that state machine that kind of says, let's spice up things a little bit, let's add some NPC parts to make something happen. So this is the kind of changes that are kind of here. When to take them away, when to make them react to different events and scenarios. So it's all very complicated. It's interesting to see that these kind of things are happening. That when you go into a resource extraction site, it's not just this artificial environment where there are a couple of objects there and you know, there are a couple of ships there. Where it's constantly checking the state of that environment and seeing if, you know, if there's too many pirates or not enough pirates, should more get spawned in or less, or should some run away and that kind of thing. It kind of feeds into the AI of the ships as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how that affects the extraction sites now.
If anything that makes it more believable and realistic, I think is a good thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of things where I've gone way out from Civilization. And this was one of the other tweaks that was mentioned in the changelog, was it was spawning pirate ships in locations where there really shouldn't be any population. Which happens so many times. Like, you know, a couple of hundred light years out from Civilization, nice little high metallic ring I try and great jump in there. Next thing I know, pirate on the sky. I was thinking, I haven't seen anyone for about 10 jumps. And then suddenly, pirate, what the heck? So
Resetting.
Change that. Of course, this is all to do with that really. That complex state machine and how it deals with those environments. So nice to see that changing and making it more believable, definitely.
I think I have a new favourite fix that they've included in this list.
Oh god.
Fixed spelling for CS, Camilla Pardalis. They obviously didn't like their spelling of it originally. I don't know how you know when that's spelled wrong. Do you know what I mean? It's some weird sort of 15-letter word. But anyway.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's a name off of a list or something like that they've picked up.
Yeah.
Backers pointed it out. Yeah, but most of the system names are unpronounceable anyway, so I think I did see one in there which was something ironic about fixed, broken, non-breaking spaces in French sentences or something like that. That was the main one.
Even systems as simple supposedly as lay can pronounce differently.
Max weapons.
No, this is a good thing because frankly, selling legal goods is fairly worthless. I think. You know, what's the point of being an honest criminal?
Yeah, I think it was something like 10% or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous. Anything that gives out a profit.
situation? Another complicated one. What is that about? We just don't know.
I don't think anyone knows, do we? Well, I don't.
Perhaps there was a few backers in some cases that should have had a solar system permit to proceed it. Maybe.
Maybe. It's the whole in another situation where you think, what other situation? Why do they need a special case?
Maybe it's something that certain backers at a certain level, when they pick one of the starting points for getting a permit or something crazy like that, maybe. What sounds like one of these silly little bugs where it should have been happening and finally someone's reported it. They've gone back to the default site where they have save, for example. Like, oh, okay, the source system, why is that reported it as a bug? Who knows? Interesting with that. But most importantly, I think this is a big one, and I know it's caused a lot of stakeholder on the forum. There is now 80% of the price.
Diverting power to weapons.
User joined your channel.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. Chris, how do you think that's going to affect things?
Yeah, I can kind of see it because it's obviously it's very expensive to run multiple ships. So if you've got multiple co-ops, can you even do that? Can you have more than one of the same ship?
Yes,
you can.
You can, okay. Oh, because you can store them at locations, yeah, of course, because that guy did it. Didn't need to map out the civilized systems. An eagle everywhere he went, didn't he? I can kind of, I think the it's not the weirdest pawn shop in the world where you can just hand over stuff for money and buy it.
Retracting armaments.
Yeah, it's all very odd. But I almost feel like what people want to do needs functionality. So you should almost have the option of having your own little storage locker of ship parts, where you can, rather than automatically selling that kit back to the station, you can kind of store it and say, well, I'm gonna hold on to this somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you got the buyback feature, but that's only temporarily whilst you're there
That's
in one
right,
dock,
yeah.
isn't it? But yeah, nothing more beyond that. It's going to be interesting to see how that balances out. I know there's a few people which are not happy with it on the forum. I've seen some of the posts up on there, but it's one of those things we've got to test it. We've got to see whether or not it's going to be an improvement to the way the game works. Of course, they've got to have these money sinks in the game, otherwise the economy is just going to get blown out of proportion, particularly as people start to get these really high-ranking saves and they've got billions and billions of credits. There has to be something to stop the top end going out there, I think. So, interesting to see how
User
that's going to play
disconnected
out.
from your channel.
And there's another good update in that list, which is I've just particularly liked the wording of it, which is dead NPCs no longer taunt from beyond the grave. Which I think's a shame. I quite like that as a feature. I like the idea that they come back to you like Ben Kenobi as a Force ghost, saying, you know, you blew me up. I'm gonna fuck you up from beyond the grave. I quite like that. Should keep it.
Yeah, no, I think that was went in hand with the update for the chatter for in Super Cruise, wasn't it? Yeah, nice change on there. I think it's going to make it more believable, isn't it? It's going to stop the immersion crowd from exploding all over the forums because something silly happened. It wasn't supposed to happen.
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we'll play a quick advert there, and we will move on to the next topic as soon as we're back, guys. So just bear with us. We'll be back in a second.
Are you struggling with paying fines? Do you lose sleep in hyperspace worrying about docking at the next space station? If the answer is yes, then you need to call Cowell & McGrath Fine Management Services.
I got scanned while in Federation space and was caught carrying slaves. It was an unexpected expense that I couldn't afford on top of my fines for damage caused whilst docking.
We can help you consolidate all your existing fines into a single large fine, payable in regular instalments at what is almost a competitive interest rate.
I called Cowell & McGrath Fine Management Services, and they helped me pay my existing fines before I got a balance. It really saved my life.
At Cowell & McGrath, we've helped thousands of pilots whose fines had spiraled out of control.
I dared not go near a police star system. I got so desperate that I'd almost resigned myself to a life of piracy. Luckily,
Beast! 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 Beast!